Well, hello everybody, it is day 5 of my July vlog challenge. After yesterday hike through the Cotswold countryside, I am feeling slightly jaded, so we have an indoor video today. Bearing in mind I live in a block of flats, so if you can hear some lumpy bumpy noises, well, so can I. So you'll have to live with it as much as I do, and that's life, isn't it? But no further ado, I thought I would today introduce you to one of the pieces of kit that has surprised me the most over the past, well, the last 6 months or so, and that's these lovely boots here. I really struggle to find boots that fit me because I'm a size 3. Well, technically I'm a 2.5, I'm a European 35, and so finding boots that fit are really quite hard work. And before my charity trip in March, I was hunting for boots and I tried on 57 pairs of budget. I didn't try any Scarpas, and I can't remember, there was another brand that I didn't try, but pretty much every other brand I tried of the budget end for definite. And when I went into Decathlon, I tried on probably about 13, 14 or so pairs of boots, and these are the ones that I walked away with. And the reason why I'm surprised is because they've just performed so well. So while I was walking around the shop, they've got a floor that can be quite squeaky, and one of the things of doing a great big bus journey across England, what would have done my head in would be to have a pair of boots that had great grip for the outdoors, but every time I walked into a bus, it squeak, 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 it would annoy me a lot. So I wanted to make sure that I had good grip, but also didn't make an absolute racket, and these just fit the bill. They are kids' boots, and the reason why they've surprised me is I could not believe how durable these are. They have still got a really good amount of tread. I don't know if you can see. I'm looking at the screen, not at you, which is, I do that a lot, so do excuse it. Just to make sure that I'm actually holding it in frame. So the sole of these is definitely not going to be a resilient multi-day hike type of boot. You know, I paid £45 for these, which is an expensive boot for this particular range. And when I've spoken to other specialists in shops, they've compared them to one of the Presser Vibram soles. So they've got a good grip, but they just wear down quite quick. And so I was expecting that with this. So I was quite surprised that throughout the amount of tarmac that these have walked on, they were so supportive. I was just surprised, considering I reckon about 100 kilograms, probably including myself and my rucksack and other bits and bobs. It's a kid's boot. They're not designed to handle 100 kg worth of weight, and yet they have. I don't think I'd want to abuse them anymore. I don't think I'd want to take them on too many trips, because I think it's asking quite a lot. And obviously the features of this, it doesn't have the eyelets that you would get from other walking boots. There's lots of features on here that you would definitely get better from more expensive or from an adult brand, but for a kid's boot, I just couldn't believe it. And you know, I went walking in the Yorkshire Dales, I went Dartmoor. These are fine for that. I think if I was to do more of a mountain walk, I think these would be fine, but I probably would want to be looking for a boot that was a little bit more stable. So these were very waterproof, had no issues with them letting water in. I'm not sure if I would trust them as much as some of the other boots that I've had over the years. My North Face boots, about 20 years old, they still don't let water in even now, and they've got Gore-Tex. So this doesn't have Gore-Tex or anything like that, but one of the great things is on Decathlon's website, they list all of the different performances that they do on boots and other equipment. I really like that about them as a company, because they give an awful lot of information, and I'll give some of that now. I'll hopefully put some of that on the screen so you can see what kind of things they've tested this boot on. And I just think of all the boots that I've seen for kids, these are definitely the best. And my experience with these, I was just surprised at how well they did. I was half expecting halfway through my charity trip to have to go into a shop and buy some more, because but they're just a good brand. And I do find with Decathlon, when you get a kids boot, they don't always reduce the quality. I find a lot of their kids stuff is as good as the adult version, or similar. You know, they might not, I mean, this isn't going to compete with some of the adult boots, but in terms of the features and things, you will find quite a lot of similarities. And I just really appreciate that they don't treat kids as if, I don't know, they're completely not wanting to go and do all the fun things, you know, as in, I think a lot of brands, as soon as you get into kids range, you lose a lot of the features basically, and I found with Decathlon you don't get that. So I don't know why I was surprised. I guess I just wasn't surprised to have this boot do me so well. So I am going to upgrade after saying that, because this isn't, when you put a boot on that's got more support, you do realise how flexible this boot is. I wouldn't necessarily want to do a through hike with a heavy backpack on a trail. This was fine for the bus trip that I did, because it was about half a day's worth of activity plus some walking, but it wasn't throughout the whole of the you know, the whole trip. It wasn't just me walking down through England. These would have wrecked these, but for what I needed them for, and the fact that they didn't make an absolute racket, I was very, very happy. The other great thing is they have apparently they have removable insoles. I haven't actually tried this. Oh yeah, I will be doing this, because one of the things that I have found wearing these, and I reckon yesterday I had problems with this. So on the hike yesterday I did get blisters, and I do think it's because I needed a slightly more cushioning of the insole. So they've got removable insoles, so you can put your own in if you need an arch support or anything, which is great. I think that's a really good feature. I used to get those with I get Clark's kids shoes for work, because I am a wee little lass, and basically kids shoes, school shoes, some of them in Clark's will have removable insoles, perfect for work, and I can get some more insoles. So I just really appreciate these features when they have them. So I think I will upgrade the insoles, and that would help improve the longevity, I think, of these as well. But honestly, I was just surprised at how well these have done, and I would really recommend them if you've got kids who really enjoy the outdoors. They perform, you know, as much as adults, I would say. And if you're someone like me who's got really tiny feet but an adult, then I would still think out of all of the boots that have been kids, these have been by far the best. So I thought today I would share with you my experience with these, because I was just really surprised, and I think sometimes it's really nice when a piece of kit surprises you in their performance. I thought I would share that with you. You'll find all the details on the screen at some point during this video, and I will see you tomorrow.